tonight's headline. 75,000 worshippers flocked to Chekong Temple, while another 88,000 punters swarm Sha Tin racecourse as Lunar New Year festivities continue. Israel intensifies attack at the southern Gaza city of Rafah, while 2 captives held by Hamas were freed.
According to traditional Chinese folklore, people tend to argue and quarrel on the 3rd day of Lunar New Year, and family gatherings should be kept to a minimum. As a result, revelers flock to temples instead to pray for fortune and prosperity in the Year of the Dragon. But the patience of worshippers was put to the test at Wong Tai Sin Temple. Thousands of people were seen lining up at the entrance this afternoon, prompting police to impose crowd control measures in the area. The temple will extend its opening hours in the coming fortnight, as large crowds are expected throughout the month. Others visited Chekong Temple in Sha Tin, but some regular visitors were surprised that the usual crowds were gone. This woman was glad she could enter the temple directly today, unlike last year when she had to wait up to 2 hours. She suspected many followers were out of town, as travel restrictions were fully lifted after COVID. No visit to Chekong Temple was complete without a spin of the copper windmill, which is said to bring good luck. A slam on the drums, which announces your arrival to the deity, and the offering of incense sticks to show your respect. Those who want a change of fortune may also bring along a set of pinwheel and incense sticks. And if you want to find out how you fare in the year ahead, why not draw a fortune stick from a bamboo cylinder? This mother said her top wishes were good grades for her child in school and good health for the whole family. Police Commissioner Raymond Siu wished everyone to be full of energy, just like a lively dragon. Siu was inspecting police's crowd control operation at the temple. Maisie Mock, Cable News. Punters entered Sha Tin racecourse in droves, as many were eager to test their luck in the Year of the Dragon at the annual Lunar New Year race day. Spectators were treated to a variety show before the races began. Among the attendees today was Financial Secretary Paul Chan, who officiated at a ceremony with Jockey Club executives. 7 races were on the card this afternoon, with a prize pool of $20 million. This woman, who is visiting from the mainland, said she felt she will have a good year ahead after winning on her first bet. I don't have money to bet. I came to experience the New Year festive atmosphere, said this man who returned from Germany for the holidays. This tourist who visited the racecourse for the first time described the atmosphere as lively. The showpiece event was the Chinese New Year Cup at 4 p.m., with 6 entries vying for $3.7 million worth of prize money. The Jockey Club said turnover for the day stood at $1.76 billion, down 14.5% from a year ago. Attendance, however, was up slightly at 87,730. For people who missed out on a fortune, they could still take photos at the many vantage spots across the racecourse or bring home souvenirs. Maisie Mock, Cable News. A motor motorcyclist and a taxi driver were injured after their vehicles collided head-on near Kowloon Reservoir this afternoon. An initial police investigation suggested the 45-year-old motorcyclist was heading towards Kowloon on Taipo Road when he lost control and veered into the opposite lane. He rammed into the front of an oncoming taxi. Both vehicles were severely damaged after the collision. The motorcyclist suffered a fracture on his arm and briefly lost consciousness. The 69-year-old taxi driver complained of chest pain and scratches. Both were sent to Princess Margaret Hospital for treatment.
This is Rafah, once touted as the last safe haven within Gaza. Straddling the border with Egypt, Rafah has been the target of relentless bombardment over the past few days. Israel claimed the operation was to eradicate 4 Hamas brigades holed up in the southern city and remained coy on a planned land assault. At least 50 people have been killed in air and sea attacks overnight, as the Palestinian death toll since October has surpassed 28,000. Buildings bombed included 2 mosques in Rafah, where dozens of people were sheltered, as well as the region surrounding the Kuwaiti hospital. With a population of 275,000 people, Rafah has seen an influx of refugees who lost their homes elsewhere. Approximately 1.4 million Palestinians are now crammed in a tiny area of 64 square kilometers. Sensing Rafah is no longer safe, some people who had been living in squalid makeshift tents had packed up their belongings and headed elsewhere. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu insists an evacuation plan is in the works.
Well, there's an estimated 1.4 million people in that area right now, and as the German foreign minister said, they can't just disappear. Where are they supposed to go?
No, well, the areas that we've cleared north of Rafah, plenty of areas there, but we're working out a detailed plan to do so.
The Israeli military also announced it had rescued 2 captives from Rafah. The men were identified as 60-year-old Fernando Simon Maman and Louis Ha, who is 70. Both were airlifted to a hospital in Israel in good spirits.
Luckily for us as a family, they were saved tonight, but I must say that the job is not done. And we know about the discussions in Cairo or in Paris and others between the Hamas, between Israeli, with the mediators. Please be serious and strike a deal.
Ray Minyan, Cable News.
Men's marathon world record holder Kelvin Kiptum has died in a road accident in his home country of Kenya. His Rwandan coach was also killed in the crash, while a third female passenger was rushed to hospital with serious injuries. The mishap occurred on a road between the towns of Eldoret and Kaptagat in western Kenya. Police said Kiptum was behind the wheel when he lost control, veered off-road into a ditch, and rammed into a tree.
It's a very dark morning, a very dark day for our country, a very dark day for the athletics fraternity, both in Kenya and across the world. And really we are lost for words for this horrible loss.
Kiptum only set a new marathon record of 2 hours and 35 seconds in Chicago last October, half a minute quicker than the previous mark set by compatriot Eliud Kipchoge. The 24-year-old was set to make his Olympic debut in Paris this year.